Anytime, yeah? Okay. Laurent, great to meet you. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. Your third Olympic Games coming up. Any difference in the feeling? Now you've done it, right? You've been there, done that. Is this all old hat for you, or do you still get those same sort of butterflies as you approach the Games?
I get the butterflies my first training race every season, Saturday morning in Quebec City with local kids. So, no, for sure I'll have those butterflies, but at the same time, I think it'll be less stressful knowing what's an Olympic game, knowing I have a medal in my belt already. So I think it's more stressful when you haven't won a medal yet. I've done what I wanted to do. It's just bonus at this point, but it can still be pretty good bonus.
Sure, and you've experienced it all, right? Pre-COVID, COVID
Yeah.
Games. Now you're going to get the full experience once again, which I'm sure you're looking forward to, because back in Beijing it was a little bit off, right?
Yeah.
It was a little different.
Yeah. One of the things that's missing is, I won an Olympic medal in Beijing, but nobody was there to live it with me. You get such a big reaction after a good race out of the crowd, out of, everybody that's there, and it just felt empty. It felt like training races. It's the Olympics. It's not the same without the fans. It's not the same feeling, the passion for sport that comes together for every 4 years. So hoping I'm able to win another medal in front of people, but just competing in front of a full arena against the best in the world is a blessing.
What a journey that was for you in Beijing. Your forte, your signature event is the 500 meters,
Yes.
right? And you suffer from the false start, but then you miss out on the podium by
300.
yeah, right?
I don't remember.
As close as it gets. But then you dust yourself off, you come back in the event that maybe isn't your signature event, the 1,000 meters, and you win a silver there. Like, that to me is everything that you need to know about you as an athlete, because you could have been questioning yourself, down on yourself, licking your wounds. Can you tell me about that period in between the two events where you said, I'm not going home empty-handed again?
Yeah. Well, the first thought I had is actually I'm never going to win an Olympic medal. Right after, because you cross the line, you see fourth, and I could not have been in better shape to win a medal in the 500. I was first in the World Cup standings. I was first the World Championship the year before, so reigning world champion, first in the world, and fourth. And you're like, man, it's just not in the cards for me. And then right after, I had to talk to my family. The family and friends, they show it to you on site, and I really did not want to talk to anybody at that point, but I have to go through with it. So I do it, and obviously my parents and my wife, they didn't know what to say. And so it was kind of an awkward moment. And then my daughter, she was 2 at the time, 2.5, she just runs along on screen, and she just said, Daddy, I'm so proud of you, fourth. And I'm like, if just made me realize that if the single person I like the most or love the most in the world doesn't care at all about my results, why should I put so much on it? And just made me able to refocus on 1,000 without without being a parent. For sure I would have had a bad 1,000. I think I would have finished 20th probably. And because 6 days is not a lot, it takes years to get over disappointments like that, But because I saw she didn't care, and I want to be a good father, not a good skater, and I'm a good father even if I don't come back with a medal, And I was able to refocus, and against all odds, I won a medal in an event where I barely won any medals in my career, and I was supposed to get out of the games with a medal, but in the 500, not in the 1,000.
That is incredible. What a gift from your daughter, and she didn't even know it.
No.
One day you'll be able to explain to her what she did for you. Did you snap back into it in the moment, or did it take you a couple of days to come to that realization?
Yeah. So I told my coach, look, I'm disappointed. I'm okay. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna. I'm okay. I know life goes on, but give me 2 days. And actually, probably took 4. It took more like 4 days, but. When I showed up to the Oval the day before the 1,000, I wasn't thinking about the 500 anymore. I was thinking about the 1,000. And then on the day of the 1,000, I don't think I've thought about my 500 one split second in that day. Like in the 500, I was last pair for both events. And so I could see the times everybody was skating before me. And in the 500, somehow I saw the times. I was like, oh, he looks fast. In the 1,000, it was the opposite. I was like, no, that's not too good. Well, I can beat that, Oh, that's decent, but I think I got it. And every race gave me more confidence. And when I stepped on the line, I wasn't thinking about a medal, but I saw the standings, and the guy leading had a very good time, but the second place I thought was wide open. And it's crazy because it still probably wasn't very likely I was going to do it, but I think the mindset is just I was able to be in the moment and to be cool, calm, and collected in a way that maybe I wasn't as much in the 500. And just made it happen that day. And yeah.
Do you remember what the feeling was like when you realized you had medaled?
Honestly, that race was so good that after, I don't know, 200 or 300 meters out of the 1,000, I thought I was going to medal.
Wow.
I just felt it. And I had a race plan. I was paired against the reigning world champion in the 1,000. And I was so far ahead with like half a lap to go that he had to stop skating because we were side by side, but I have right away being on the outside, having done more distance. So I'm basically crushing the reigning world champion. And the last 250 meters was so painful. And the last thing in the corner is just don't fall, because I think I got a medal, just don't fall. And then I crossed the line and second in the I've never won 1,000 in my life internationally. Wow. So second, legit my best result I've ever had. And it just felt like like a gold and silver medal,
And so considering that experience, what is the mindset going into Italy? Are you feeling I need to right the wrong at 500? Is all of this just like icing on the cake? How do you view all of this?
Yeah, the way I see it, there's two things missing, I guess, in my career would be Olympic gold and a 500 meter Olympic medal,
Yeah.
Because if you look at purely the 500, I'm probably one of the best skaters ever to not win an Olympic medal in the 500. I have won in my career, but not in the 500. So I would like to do that. But my mindset is I want to win as much as I've ever wanted to win, but I don't need to win anymore.
Wow.
And because I'm happy in life and I have an Olympic medal and even more important, I have a family. And my two kids are much more important than a medal that's going to end up in some drawer at home 3 weeks after if I do win one. So to me, I'm in a mindset where, as I said, I want to win, but I don't need to. And I think it took me my whole life to get there. And I don't think my main rivals who are like 23 years old, 21-year-old, I don't think they can I don't think they can relate to what I'm saying right now. For them, it's their whole life.
Yeah.
But that's stressful. That's such a big burden to have on your shoulder. And to me, I feel light. I feel I have something to gain, nothing to lose. It's the best feeling to have.
Incredible perspective and so much less pressure on your shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
If we would have talked maybe, I don't know, 8 or so years ago, you would have never said this, right?
I would have said, you're dumb for saying it.
Wow. You would have said dumb to yourself.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because my parents always told me, you need balance in your life. You need, medals aren't that important. You need something else. A sport is what you do, is not what you are. I always thought, wow, they're saying that because they didn't win anything.
Mm. And they were Olympic athletes.
They were Olympic athletes,
yeah.
Both of them, yeah, but they didn't win medals. So I'm like, yeah, you're saying that. But the guy who won medals, for sure he cared more than you did, But I was so wrong and they were so right. And I started performing, I have 42 World Cup medals in my career and I have 35 since I became a dad. And I became a dad at 28. So I should almost have more medals before, but that's what allowed me to have that perspective and balance and not overly stress about it and be calm on the line and just skate because I like it. And I feel that more than ever. Maybe if I didn't have an Olympic medal, I would still feel, but I can win 0 medals for the rest of my life and still be happy.
Wow.
I would still be happy.
Do you think this will be your last games?
Unsure. We'll see. For probably last games where I'm good enough to win a medal, so I should capitalize. But I would love to keep going, but it's going to be a family decision, not my decision. It's going to be a family decision.
And you will be at peace, truly, if you never win another medal again.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Will your kids be there?
Not sure. It depends. It's
They seem to be your superpower.
Yeah,
I think you're unstoppable if they're there.
The thing is, at the Olympics, I would like to see them, but it's hard to see your family there. So probably they would come after the Olympics, but we'll see. We don't know yet.
Well, regardless, I know they'll be cheering you on and giving you that strength that you need, and it's amazing to hear that perspective. Wishing you all the best and can't wait to see you compete in February.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.